Hello
live.
and welcome to our live stream of Curse of Strahd as presented by the Love of Crits. I'm level 1 Dungeon Master Hunter AU. Thank you for joining us as we continue with our hubbub of Holy Men as a journey deeper into Barovia. For maps, we are going to be using Tailspire, a new early access program available on Steam. For music, I'm using Sirenscape as well as Fredbot to be able to play sounds in our Discord chat. In this world for the Tailspire maps, I'm going to be using a mix of different sources online, but the most common is going to be prevalent is Demon Goond, a creator for Tailspire maps with a focus on Curse of Strahd. So, I do want to let our players introduce themselves. Garion, if you could start.
Unmute my mic first. Yes, I am Garion, also known as either Noreg King or Grand Mage Garion. And in this game, I am playing Graves, our good old amnesiac cleric of the Graves, the goddess, the Lady of the Graves. Been playing a long time, having fun, and that's me.
Perfect. Elok, or Cole.
I'm Cole. I go by Elok or Elok Leakim on different things. I'm playing as Konerith, the Kalishtar cleric serving the god Selyun in the Twilight Domain. And he, as a Kalishtar, has the ability to speak telepathically, and that's the only way that he speaks because he has made a vow of silence. So anytime that he's talking, it's always within people's heads, assuming they're within range. So,
Alex.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Alex, known on the internet as Barotheus. I'm playing Herbert Lightforge, human and inventor / engineer / cleric of Gond, the god of inventiveness.
Okay, and last one, Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I go on the internet by Midget Man mostly. I am playing our wonderful Warforged cleric, Onyx, who is a little emotionally stunted. But yeah, having some fun time with these guys.
Thank you so much. As we continue into the Mist of Barovia, it's important for me to remind everyone that this program is for mature audiences, not only because of the language that we use, but also themes that will be used throughout. This is a gothic horror campaign created by Wizards of the Coast. But without further ado, we are going to see what had been happening with our, ecclesiastics?
Yes, the eclectic ecclesiastics.
Our eclectic ecclesiastics.
Welcome back, dear listeners, and gather round as I recount to you the next chapter with our pack of eclectic ecclesiastics. Last we saw them, a ghoulish monster had appeared in pursuit of the pup Lancelot. A battle ensued as two more ghouls charged over the stairs, one dealing a heavy blow to Konarith, but Onyx deftly dodged the other. As Graves began to provide ranged support, Herbert leapt across the pit trap and joined the melee. As he leapt, another ghoul appeared on the stairs behind Graves and attacked the amnesiac. Herbert then channeled divine power from Gond and caused the ghouls to flee. As the fleeing ghouls began to fall, Graves called upon Pharasma to send one to the boneyard and allowed Konarith's strike to deal a divinely heightened amount of damage. Graves then chased down the fleeing ghoul who had assaulted him, crying curses of rage and hatred. As Onyx felled yet another ghoul with his disciplined strikes from his warhammer, everyone converged in the bone room, where the ghouls save one were felled. The party then decided to take some time to rest and recuperate, during which time the final ghoul, who had escaped, attempted to ambush the party but was incinerated in holy flames by Graves. The clerics then descended towards the chanting, only to be met with a locked iron-barred gate. Onyx attempted to pick the lock, but to no avail. After some debate, the clerics decided to explore the rest of the basement and try to find the key. Soon, they came upon a room that appeared to be some sort of living quarters. A portrait of the Durst family hung on the wall. As the clerics began to inspect it, a horrifyingly disfigured undead burst through the portrait. But this was no mindless ghoul. It was in fact Lady Elizabeth Durst. Onyx began to question her, as Graves could be seen visibly shaking with hatred for the foul undead she had become. As Onyx probed for further information, she began to reveal the horrid person she was, even without the transformation of undeath. Walter had indeed been sacrificed. Rose and Thorn purposefully locked in their room, and Elizabeth served someone she called our savior, whom the clerics believed to be this powerful vampire. As Onyx continued to attempt to coax information from Lady Durst, the others could hold their wrath no longer. Konarith unleashed a bolt of holy power, and Graves and Herbert immediately joined the attack. Lady Durst fell without resistance in mere seconds. Onyx, annoyed at his companions' actions, berated them for not trying to learn more, while Konarith swiped the amulet she wore, the key to the gate, and left the room, standing in quiet contemplation. Graves offered only the statement that what he did was right, and he holds no guilt or second thoughts about his actions. Onyx, Graves, and Herbert then searched the room, finding documents that included the deed to the manor, the deed to a windmill, Lord Durst's will, and a letter. The will of Lord Durst stated that it could be carried out by the Temple of the Morning Lord or the Burgomaster in Barovia. Herbert recalled that Morning Lord was a title for Lathander, but it had not been used in centuries. The letter largely consisted of its writer telling the Dursts that he viewed them as wholly pathetic, no more than worms, and enjoyed their misery. The letter was signed by their dreadlord and master, Strahd von Zerovich. The party regrouped after dispersing some items they found while Konarith was deep in thought. When his thoughts returned to the present, he simply stated that the group must retrieve Walter's body. The group then headed once more to the gate, key in hand, to descend down towards the chanting.
We are back, but I have the cameras off because we are having some technical difficulties right now.
Our clerics are now descending deeper into the dungeon. The chanting that has been being spoken in the background slowly is increasing in volume, but they still cannot make out exactly what is being said below. You guys are now standing in front of the unlocked gate, chanting coming deeper from below these stairs. You now know that whatever chamber lies beneath is now open to you.
Well, who wants to go first? I suppose.
Mayor's just making a beeline.
I'll pull up the rear, guys.
He's pissed.
Okay.
Jump right into that water.
You're gonna have to
actually do wait, because it will actually make your token fall. It won't catch it. It acts as if the ground is not there.
You'll also have to make sure to move Graves.
Yes, I was actually going to give permission of him to one of you guys, if that's okay.
I got Lancelot, so one of you guys.
I can do it.
There we go. You guys are hearing the ghostly chanting increase in volume.
Konarith isn't being incautious, though. He's moving kind of slowly, keeping an eye out for signs of life.
Okay.
Like, once he sees something, he's going to kind of stop and not just make himself super obvious. It's not so much stealthing as just, like, he wants to see whatever before they see it. Him.
As you walk forward, you see a large room with alcoves surrounding the walls, each appearing to have different objects within. You now can make out the voices that are being chanted. They're saying over and over again, "He is the ancient. He is the land."
I'm back. I'm just gonna not touch anything else on my computer. It's not Steam. It's something funky with my computer. I'm just gonna not touch anything.
Oh, we got the cameras back at least.
Yeah.
All right.
You
I can use
guys,
Discord and my
Use the
character sheet.
land.
Not gonna do anything else. Okay.
you guys are now hearing the ghostly chant, speaking over and over again that he is the ancient, he is the
He
land.
is the land. Do I see anyone associated with this chanting?
You see no one. The only things you see the objects around the walls in the alcoves. Glancing around, you see that there's at least 10.
I'll look at the first one. What does this appear to be?
As you go up to it, you see that it is a small wooden coffer. It doesn't appear to be locked. It just looks like it is held shut.
Okay, well, that looks like a trap. I'm gonna look first before I touch anything.
Okay, this
Graves will
second
stay
one,
kind of right behind them if you guys move me as well.
you see on a sackcloth that there is a small iron pendant, and it's adorned with a devil's face upon it.
This is creepy. Graves, did you say you were looking at the items?
Yeah, I was just staying right with you guys, kind of half looking with you, but not it. I'm letting you guys inspect it. I, however, would like to use Eyes of the Grave. I have 3 uses left of it right now.
Okay.
See if there's any undead within 60 feet.
Within 60 feet?
Yep. Other side of walls and stuff are blocked, but it would reveal like any invisible ones and stuff like that as well.
There's a new measuring tool. What is that?
Do
Do you guys see it? The number 4?
It's a token.
You said within 60 feet, but does not travel through walls, correct?
Correct.
You do not sense any undead.
Okay.
It's the image of a token. Like in build mode, that's what that is. So I don't know what it means, but
Oh, it locks onto your token.
Oh, that's nice.
It locks onto the nearest token.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty cool.
So,
Oh, I'm going to. Oh, it shows you how far you're moving. Okay.
oh, that's probably that's really useful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That is
so
cool.
are you looking at this next one?
Yes, I will just keep perusing these items.
Okay, the next one you see what appears to be a white angelic feather.
what about Konerith over here?
Let's
Oh,
see,
yeah.
which one are you looking at? Ah, right here?
Yeah.
You see another wooden coffer. However, this one appears to be set in a place of honor, sitting up above on its own pedestal with an ornate pillow underneath.
So tempted to prompt opening of this chest.
Okay. You are at the next one here. What you see in this section is you see a wooden figurine of a black knight. And upon its shield is an emblem bearing a rose.
A black knight bearing a rose?
Correct.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just continue. Should I roll to like try to recognize that? I guess I don't. I don't know if I
You
really
can
do
roll
this
me a
now.
history check.
Well,
Graves is right here as well. I'll roll with you.
so that'd be a total of 17 for me.
17. Okay. So you do not recognize this knight's or its emblem. You definitely know it's a rose. It definitely appears to be like a toy of some kind, more so than like a important relic.
Oh, okay. Should I roll for Graves in Tailspire, or do we want to do that?
You can for now if you wish, because I'm also right now D&D Beyond is set up with the extension, and it won't let me do it without the extension. So I'm trying to disable the extension for now. So if you want to roll for me for right now, I should be able to roll in D&D Beyond shortly, but not yet. I have a
Gotcha.
+1.
So you got a 9.
He does not learn anything further.
Gotcha.
Kunerith,
Okay.
were you looking at a separate one?
Yes, I'm looking at the chest over here now.
Okay, the chest here that you see, it appears to be a roll me a history check actually.
Oh, okay. Get one of these. And I have plus nothing.
Okay, so with a 9, you are actually able to determine, you do recognize this chest, or at least the styling of it. It reminds you of the chest that you saw within the Vistani camp. Well made, but not necessarily of value. It does not appear to be locked, more so appears just to be used as storage rather than security.
I'm gonna crack it open.
Okay. Wait, it says Onyx is opening it. Why is
I
it?
shouldn't be.
That's weird.
Huh?
Alright, you open it up, and you see within that it is filled with loose straw, like you would see for shipping purposes, and there is a wineskin within.
Okay.
Is there anything odd about this tree in the center?
As you see, no, not really. You do see that it is going up through up to the ceiling above. You believe that this isn't really trees so much as roots of a very large tree outside that have kind of grown through to the ground seeking water below. So, Graves and Herbert, you guys are now looking at the second one. You appear to, what you see appear to be black talons. Can you both roll me a nature check?
Yep.
Very well.
So I can't roll in the D&D Beyond currently either, so I could either
That's
just
fine.
roll in person or have you guys roll for me the Tailspire, whatever you would prefer.
Probably just do the Tailspire one for now.
Okay. So Alex, you can roll for me.
You
Okay,
rolled a
that was-
13.
That was
I have a
Graves.
+1
Oh, whoops.
for nature.
Well, I have a +3, so I
Herbert,
got a 12.
you are looking at these talons, and you recognize that they are for sure talons, but you can't really tell what avian variety they are. However, as you look at it, Graves, you are able to see that these appear to be ravens' talons.
Ravens?
Yes.
Talons of the Ravens.
Onyx, you are staring at a bluish object.
Yeah. Kind of glowy.
In front of you, roll me a nature check. And I'll also have Kunerith roll nature check for me as well for the object he is looking at.
It's a chorus egg, whatever it's called from Skyrim.
Okay, Onyx.
The 9 is my nature.
You see in front of you an egg that is broken. You aren't entirely sure what egg it... You wouldn't be able to tell what egg it is, except for within, you do see a skeleton. As you peer closer, you see that is a skeleton of what appears to be an infant dragon.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
So the egg is pretty decent size then.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how big dragon eggs are in D&D Beyond. I loved the Aragon series, so I was basing it off that in my head.
So,
Sounds
so-
good.
pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Conerith, you are looking in front of you, and you're like, that's a plank of wood. But you do not know at all what type of wood it is. The only thing you can see
That's
is,
wood.
as you peer closer, because you have dark vision, correct?
No.
Conerith doesn't?
Or no, Conerith does. Yes.
Okay.
Cool, you
I
Yeah,
thought he was
everyone
the
should
only
still
one.
have dark
Alright.
vision for now.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Because I had cast Eyes of Night, I think, when the
Right.
combat happened, which shouldn't have been an hour ago by this time.
Yeah, it was fairly recently.
Yeah.
So what you see in front of you is you do see a plank of wood. It looks like it is roughly hewn from a tree, not necessarily like a plank of wood you would see used for flooring. But what appears to be sap that is heavily pouring from it. Upon closer inspection, you see that it is in fact blood.
I'm not surprised.
Well, if that's the Eucharist, then that's supposed to be burnt, not held on to.
Okay, we're back to Herbert and Graves. You guys are looking at this next one. Ahead of you, you see a sack. It is open, so you are able to see it. It looks like what you would see like a flour sack, and it has a strange white, off-white to light gray powdery substance within.
I'm going to try to smell it to see if I can
Yeah.
identify. what
How, like,
it might be.
Feel the texture,
I
see like how
roll-
grainy it is.
Okay,
I think
so
given the context of what Herbert has seen so far, he doesn't have the highest of hopes for what this material might be.
I, as a
Or-
player, am gonna guess like bone meal,
Okay.
Yeah. what I was thinking.
which Graves might know what that is.
So what were you guessing it was, Herbert?
That's the same thing. Bone meal.
Okay, I won't have you guys roll for it because your players are already, like, you guys seen a lot of bones around. As you guys look upon it, you do see that it is bone meal that has been ground very finely.
Yeah, Graves would be like, seen much of this working in the graveyard. Bone meal. Someone's been grinding these bones for doesn't appear burial purposes. Would not be my guess.
This doesn't seem like a place of rest. Certainly.
No. I would not suspect so.
But yeah, Herbert just turns away. His stomach churns a little bit. He's gonna sort of move on to the next item eventually.
Okay, as you look ahead of you, I have to ask, is anyone in the party lawful good?
Nope. I am neither
Totally say it.
lawful nor good.
Onyx or Cronerith, are either of you?
I'm not lawful. No.
Okay.
I would say I'm probably
And
say I'm
Conerith, I don't
good.
think you were, correct?
You're muted.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm just good.
Okay.
Good boy.
So, you
I'm true
see
neutral.
ahead of you a large chunk of what appears to be amber resin. I won't have you roll for it, Herbert, because you immediately recognize this with your tinkering as amber, fossilized stone that is used in much jewelry as well as different artifacts and the like.
I am lawful good.
Curious.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I am, I guess.
Got it.
I guess.
I forgot about that.
No, that's fine.
I actually don't know where it is on D&D Beyond, so...
Yeah, I
Under
was
description.
having a hard time finding it.
Okay, I mean, I already knew my life, but...
Okay. So, Herbert, as you are looking at this, what is everyone's passive perception?
13
I'm guessing
for me.
fairly
You're
high
asking so many
because
questions that
13.
require me to find
Yeah, I
things.
think that none of us actually took proficiency in
13.
perception.
but you're all
Oh.
clerics, so you have wisdom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 12s and 13s.
Okay, so Conerith, you would know this regardless of your passive insight because you are lawful good. As you approach this amber, you feel an exuding an evil aura that passes over you, giving a shiver across your spine.
That it was passive insight, not perception.
Passive insight. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, insight.
Insight, I am proficient in, so I do have 15.
That's
About
fine.
13.
As long as you have more than 12, which everyone should.
Yeah.
I steer clear of that particular item, Herbert.
Ugh.
It's
Yes.
has a presence of its own.
Gives me chills. Normally that's quite valuable material. Difficult to come by, obviously, but... yes, gross.
Okay. One quick question before we move further. For clarification purposes, where are the remains of Rose and Thorn?
In Conerith's backpack,
In my backpack.
carefully wrapped in ceremonial cloth.
Okay. Awesome. Are you looking at this one next or this one?
I mean, if Conerith doesn't jump in, then I'll just look at the one, this one.
Okay. You see ahead of you another wooden box on a sackcloth.
Wooden box.
Not locked, just a simple one that looks like it is used for storing.
Hmm. Well, that does look curious. I guess
I
I'll...
noticed, Herbert, you were slightly disturbed with the contents of the sack. If you prefer, I could open it just in case there is something more gruesome. I'm used to that, but if you wish to, by all means.
You know what? Yeah, sure. You could take a look. That's totally
Yes,
fine
just
with
notice-
me.
Just notice that you didn't seem the most comfortable, understandably. I'm used to dealing with dead things.
Yes.
So I guess Graves will carefully open it up.
Okay, you open it up. And within, you see a long, severed finger that is dried with age.
Yes, if you ask Miss Herbert, this might not have been the best. It's not the worst, at least, but there is a old, long, severed finger in here.
Aged. Good year.
Yes, like fine wine or cheddar.
Oh. This place seems to be filled with some, like, profane tokens.
Hmm.
So,
Yes.
oh, decidedly evil.
Symbols of death. From what we've seen so far, we've counted a number of undead and necromancy.
Well, surely they were up to no good. What's in that cup over there, though?
Blood? Just
This
a
one
guess.
Yes.
Or spinal fluid.
You see a crystal wine glass that is not full of liquid, but instead is stained from a liquid that evaporated long ago. With the guess of being blood, you can tell that it is of the same color that blood or wine would make.
Well, there used to be blood. Or maybe wine. But from what we've seen, I suspect blood.
Onyx is just over here closely inspecting the dragon because it's absolutely fascinating, and he's just kind of taking mental notes and he's just fascinated right now. He doesn't care about the rest of the whole room. Fuck the room.
I don't blame him, honestly.
Wait, is that what I think it is? Peering over Onyx's shoulder.
Baby dragon. Or was one.
Was, yes.
Ooh.
I wonder if you could tell somehow which type of dragon it might have been.
Roll me a nature check.
Yeah, wouldn't the scales tell us?
Onyx, you can also roll one, but roll at advantage because you've been studying it for so long.
Okay.
Yeah. Graves would like to come and have a look as well, but let them do that first. But he was something he wants to look at.
Nope. Oh, advantage you said. That's right.
Yeah.
Come on, higher than a 6.
Yes.
Hey. 19.
Okay, Onyx.
Rolled it onto the egg.
So Onyx, Herbert, as you look at this egg, fascinated, one of the things that you do find interesting is, as you look at the outside of this egg, it is completely desaturated. There doesn't appear to be any color. It's almost as if, like, the color has been sucked out of it. Like, it had color at one point. But you aren't able to determine anything else of that nature.
He was drained. Pigment.
So...
Or life.
That too.
As you are looking at it, Onyx, you are able to see that while it was desaturated, you, with the amount of time that you studied it, can tell that this didn't have much color to begin with. And you would hazard a guess that this was a silver dragon.
Well, if you notice, even the remnants don't really have a hue of color. Fair to say this might be like a silver or maybe white, but I mean, you can see kind of a reflection. So I would estimate silver? What do you think?
Silver, I suppose?
I've heard rumors about dragons, not that can be confirmed, but aren't certain colors more hostile than others?
Leave. I'm not sure if I would know that. Should I roll to see if I would? I mean, I guess it'd probably be somewhat.
That'd be
common
fairly
knowledge
common knowledge because, like, tales of when you were a kid, the red dragon might be viewed as more ferocious than the bronze dragons,
right?
And things like that. That different tales. They're just kind of like in real life, like black bears versus brown bears. That one's viewed as more or less aggressive, typically.
Yes, well, if I had to guess, they would have sacrificed or drained the essence of a good thing as a sort of evil act, right? Or
well, that's kind of what I was thinking was, if it was for a good act, you'd sacrifice evil. If it's an evil act, you'd sacrifice good.
The logic follows. Graves would also, while they're talking, like to kind of inspect the egg and the dragon to see if he can determine how long it's been dead.
Roll me a medicine check, but at disadvantage because you've never encountered a creature like this.
Okay. If someone can roll for me, I have a +5.
Hey.
20. Dirty 20.
All right, and one more because of disadvantage.
Oh, that's
All
right.
right.
Oh!
better.
Hey,
The dirty
so
20
a
is
dirty
the better.
20.
Or is the worst.
Haha! Dirty 20.
With that, as you look at it, you were trying to determine. Sorry, what was your question again? To make sure
Like
I'm
how
answering.
long it's been dead.
Oh,
I assume
okay.
it was a baby because it didn't hatch, but just how long it's been dead.
Based upon it, you know that it's been dead long enough to remove all of the skin and bone.
It's long enough to complete like a flaying process and like deboning. So probably I'd imagine that likely be over a day process. Be my guess.
According to
Carrying.
the Google machine, Asian house geckos will naturally decay around 23 days. So you know it's been more than 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's probably
It's-
a month or so.
Say it's
Yeah.
been dead for at least a few weeks, but
So I'm going to be put on a watch list for the things I Google.
Just put 5e behind it, you're good.
yeah, just stick D&D 5e whatever. Then the government's like, oh okay.
Like, as you guys are looking at it, before we move too much further, Conereth is staring ahead. He sees in front of him that there is a tunnel that slopes down about a 20-degree angle with stairs going into murky waters, and at the end there is a rusty portcullis. Conereth, are you going up to the portcullis or entering the water? Looks like you're standing right on the edge of it.
Yeah, he was getting right up to. He was just trying to inspect it while he was waiting for the others. Does it look like it doesn't look too deep?
It does not. With your vision, you can actually see the bottom of it. I don't know if that helps with the light.
Yep.
So you can see that you could stand in it. It's only about 2 feet deep, at most. You do see light coming from up ahead in the room beyond, and you do hear that the voices are coming from beyond the portcullis.
Okay, he's gonna just dip his toes.
Dude,
Yeah.
did your lights go out when you went under the water, or is it just...
I think it's just
Oh, okay, got it.
that would be cool though,
Okay,
Line of
I was like,
sight.
dude, that's really cool.
so you can get a closer look through the portcullis.
Okay, so
Herbert, I know you said that they had done terrible things or dark things, but from what we're hearing over where Panera sat, I would say that they're still doing those things.
And not even paying attention to the fact that Conereth's gone, just kind of still focused on this dragon. It's, So, what do all these things have in common?
Death.
Panera. As you stare in, you see that there is a 40-foot square room. Smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics. Featureless stone pillars support the ceiling, and a breach in the west wall leads to a dark cave heaped with refuse. Murky water covers most of the floor, and a thick white fog hangs around the room. It appears that stairs lead up to a dry stone ledges that hug the walls, and in the middle of the room, there are more stairs that rise to form a dais that rises above the water, and rusty chains with shackles dangle from the 16-foot high ceiling directly above the stone altar. The altar appears to be carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls, and is stained with dry blood.
I'm not seeing anyone that these chants are coming from.
No. But you can tell it's emanating from this room. For the other ones in this room, you would know, based on the exploration of the others, that the only things that have not really been explored fully would be this box here, ornately on its own pillow and raised up, as well as this first box that you had come across.
As well as the tunnel here, right?
Yes, you do see that this is a tunnel. You don't hear chanting emanating from it. But it does appear to be another set of rooms.
Panera didn't seem to find much remarkable about these items, so perhaps we should explore this tunnel.
Well, where did Cornerith go? Sorry, I was
he-
kind of distracted by
he's-
the egg.
He was right there, looking into the next chamber.
Oh. What do you see, Cornerith? Nothing, because you're too far away.
Yep, you hear nothing. You see, like, Conerith kind of like cock his head slightly as though he did hear what you said, but you at this point are aware of the fact that he can't communicate with you.
How far can you communicate?
20 feet right now.
Oh, yeah.
Level 2, 20 feet.
Alright.
We're still.
Well, let's move closer to Konata so he can tell us what he saw.
The fact that we didn't get an answer would make me want to go check him out, make sure he's okay.
Yeah. So I would go at least to within his telepathic range.
I'd probably be
So-
moving up to him.
Yeah. So we can decide, shall we go this way or the other way?
I will not be reading the description again. I think you guys all heard it.
Yeah. Konair shares that with us.
Yeah. There's an altar in here. Strange. The chants are coming from this room, and it's clearly some form of ritual room. You don't see a way in, though.
So there is that tunnel back there that
Is
might
this-
loop around.
Does this open up?
That is the other question.
It appears to be rusted. You don't see any locks. It looks like something that you would have to pull open, or like pull up on to open.
So we could either try to open this now to get into this ritual room, 'cause I think that's where we want to end up, or we could take that tunnel and see if that leads around another way.
Konerith isn't gonna put like full force in. He's just gonna kind of do a test. You know, like when you just grab it, you give it a little jerk just to see if it feels like there's any movement at all. Like I don't want to do a full strength check and throw out Konerith's back, basically.
Just to see,
Yeah.
is it a DC 10 or not?
You put your hands against it, and you attempt to lift. It doesn't budge. You think that if like you put everything you had into it, you might be able to get it shifted up, but you are also trying to lift it while half of it's in water.
I might be able to lift this, definitely with assistance, but
That sounds like it might be risky if we're going to a potentially dangerous area to open ourselves up like that.
it certainly won't be easy to return
Is it
to
weak
come
enough?
back through.
Is it weak enough to slam a hammer against and maybe break? As I grip the handle of my hammer.
It is rusted, at least, Herbert.
Let me take a look at it. I will.
Roll me an investigation.
I picture like
Are
Herbert
you
has like one of
proficient
those
in
like
investigation?
What's that?
Are you proficient in investigation?
I am.
Okay.
I picture Herbert has like those like gem like magnifying glass things that he puts in his eyes.
Yeah, for like gem cutters and such.
Yeah. Like I literally have like lenses that I can flip down and like use to magnify and look at stuff. So I'll take a look at this at this gate, see if there's any weak points, any structural
Roll me
deficiencies.
investigation.
That is 17 total.
With the 17, you are looking at it, and you recognize this similar to... You had lived in Waterdeep, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You had seen similar grates and stuff for the sewer systems and things like that, that you know that it's mostly rusted because of the length of time it's been in the water, not necessarily weakening it, but more so just as a show of time. Looking at this, you can tell that this was designed to not be easily broken through.
Well, this is definitely the main entrance, I would say. The most fortified. Perhaps there's some sort of back entrance that we might
So if
explore.
there is that tunnel, it might be our best bet.
Well, I'd like for us to press on. I'd like to desperately stop that chanting.
I agree. I don't think whatever is going on there is good. But if we
Well-
can't do it this way, we can. So I suggest we try that tunnel.
Agreed.
We could give it a try. I'm,
hold-
pretty strong, but I could make something to give us leverage.
I have a
Panera?
crowbar.
Alright, so are you guys trying to leverage it open?
Not right now, I don't think. I think
Oh,
we're gonna
okay,
look
like
for
it's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
because I think...
Panera.
Yeah.
As you're walking, you looked at these two objects. This one you looked at, but you did not open. And then Herbert, this one you looked at, but did not open. You want to look at everything else first.
Yes.
Did either of you want to look at either of those before moving on to the next area?
I think we probably would like to check those out. Oh, the difference up here.
Just a quick little peek.
Little
Gareth would wait for them to check them out. I think he's lost interest, but
Alright.
Okay. I think I would go
Yeah,
to this
I
one
think
first.
Graves is more along with Conair, but he won't like tell them to not or whatever.
Yeah.
You see, as I said before, this one is almost in a place of honor. It is on a pedestal, and a more ornate wooden box is on top. Do you open it?
I will use a poker tool for my leather working kit to
Okay.
sort of lift the lid and peer inside.
Alright, it is not locked, so it's fairly easy to open up using the poker. As you open it, you see that the inside looks like it's covered in silk, almost like a jewelry box would be. And inside you see a lock of auburn hair.
Auburn hair. Okay.
Was Thorn or Rose's hair auburn when we met them outside?
They were not.
Okay.
Well, I'll look at the less ornate one. Less
Alright.
prominent.
Opening it straight up.
I'll do the same thing. I'll just sort of cautiously lift the lid off with a poking tool.
Okay, you open it up. You look inside, and you see that inside it contains a long withered tongue.
Ooh. I did not need to see that. Okay, well, more mysteries, more questions.
got a finger and a tongue.
Finger, a tongue, a coin,
Find
a
some more body parts.
feather, toy,
At
soldier.
least it's not as phallic as it could have been.
Rasputin.
Oh,
So there's a lot of worse things we could have found.
Exactly.
Yep.
There is worse things that I was kind of expecting to find that I'm very glad we didn't.
Okay.
I still don't get. I mean, I get the death theme, but a dragon's egg, some bone meal, some claws, a toy,
There's a plank over there.
a piece of wood.
I
Like,
don't think death is the goal. It's commonality for sure, but I'm not sure as though that's the ultimate focus of this area of what I would describe as worship in a profane
Yes.
way.
So we've seen a number of undead, but I don't know if that is the goal, a byproduct, or something that is just attracted to the worship of whatever this is.
well, and the dragon was like sucked dry of its like life force and everything.
Alright, Hull, we're dealing with a lich. Time to die.
Failure of a lich, clearly.
I don't suspect that's what it really is.
And bone meal is technically bones turning to dust.
Ground up, yeah.
But like the toy soldier is fine. There's, I mean, granted, technically you could say the finger and the tongue are sucked dry of their life.
What of that amber, though? There was this eerie feeling about it, but it's just amber. What's the big deal?
I don't know. And then this piece of wood, like, it's not sawdust. It's
It has
just wood.
blood coming from it. It's the opposite of dry.
Does it have blood coming from it? Oh my god!
Is it leaking blood, or is it just soaked with blood?
It just has blood on it. It's not producing
It
blood.
actually, when you ask that question, Herbert, looking closely, you can see that it looks like it's almost like sap that has been replaced with blood. So it is oozing from within.
Oh.
Alright.
That's
Well-
wrong.
I don't think... Sorry, you can go.
I'm not good with nature. I'm good more with fighting. So does anybody know of trees that bleed?
No?
I mean,
So
But
I'm used to dealing with bodies and, like, tombs. Not really trees.
Oh my god, it's Pinocchio!
as a builder, maybe I would have heard of trees that might have red sap. Like, I know there's exotic types of trees, but I don't know.
You would know that this is not common at all, to the point that you would suspect dark magic before anything else.
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're going to figure it out just sitting here and speculating
Oh no.
at this point. We can speculate as we go, but I think that we might just have to press on, and whether or not we've heard exactly what's happening, I don't know. But whatever it is, I think we should try to stop it.
I was just trying to get an idea of what we may come across so that we're better
I
prepared.
understand. Well, that's a good point, actually. Whatever it is will be dark and evil and probably dangerous.
Herbert, I don't think they stopped talking. They're not following us.
No, Onyx is here.
What? Where?
Right here. I'm in the corner.
Graves
Like,
is following too.
I'm right.
I just...
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him.
Oh, that's weird. I don't see your token.
Oh,
Graves just...
yeah.
As
I'm
in
right
my-
here.
My PC issues, I have to rely on you guys to...
Yep.
I mean, I figured we were having this chat as we were walking.
Yeah.
Geronimo.
I know we can move along the map a lot quicker than it would take us to have the conversation. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll happily happen.
So,
I love the
Okay.
lighting in the water underneath.
as you are walking forward, you see ahead of you what appears to be not living quarters, more so like a dungeon
Oh.
of some kind.
What? A dungeon in Dungeons and Dragons?
You see that there are chains across the wall, similar to what had been upstairs, skeletons of remains of people who had once long ago been in here.
Huh.
Does it look like they died while shackled? Are the bones like still like in the manacles or anything like that?
Many of them are, yes.
Ugh, awful way to go.
I'm becoming a lot more accustomed to death than I ever wanted to be.
You know, I'm starting to believe that this Barovia place is not such a good place.
So it felt wrong when I first heard the name, and I've seen. So I just felt a sense of dread, and I have seen nothing to contradict that.
I didn't get a sense of dread, but I mean, nothing about this has been cheery so far.
No, but he is the land. You know, you hear them chanting.
Yeah, that's getting annoying.
Man.
I'm getting a headache.
So, I was willing to, for a certain amount of time, to just believe that this Durst family was some sort of anomaly, like they were just this evil family. But
I
don't
doubt
know.
that. Yes, especially with that letter from that Strahd, which
Yes.
said yes. I think that was the name.
Von Zarevich.
Yes, Lord or the Dread Lord and Master. Yeah, and this vampire. I am very much getting the sense that this Barovia as a whole is not a nice place.
How far is your dark vision thing?
300 feet.
Do you have 300 feet of dark vision from
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone
Twilight.
does.
Twilight
Okay.
Domain, man.
Every one of you, because it's pretty prominently ahead,
Yep.
would see that there is a lever
Oh.
straight ahead.
Yep.
Ah.
Oh, a lever up ahead. Careful now.
It could be trapped.
This is a good place for an ambush. This is a corridor at intersections. Keep your heads on a swivel.
Yes.
Sort of cautiously move forward.
Is there
Looking down at
anything in these broken things here?
In the broken things?
Yeah, like I see the broken barrel, I see shelving units.
You are continuing to find more and more candles. And it looks like sheets that had been used for like ritualistic purposes, covered in blood and things of that nature.
You need your candles to burn the circle, like around the circles for your dark rituals. Like,
Otherwise, you're just gonna be tripping over your robes and stuff. Like,
and you're gonna be sacrificing the wrong person, like, or like cutting them open the wrong way. Like,
yeah, I'm just cautiously moving down here.
Yeah, as you're
Graves
walking
is
through, your
keeping
lights
his
are
lantern.
passing over the walls, shadows pouring deep into the cells, but you are not seeing anything around you.
Okay, well, I'll look for any extra mechanisms on the lever.
Roll me an investigation
Yeah.
check.
meanwhile, Graves will be keeping an eye behind us to see if anything's coming.
You
From that
do not
direction.
see any other mechanisms connected to this.
Well,
And go for it.
should we? Okay.
Well,
Just do it.
Do you
1
want
second.
to look around
Right.
a bit more?
Onyx spots the weapon rack here and is extremely interested.
Okay.
Is there anything salvageable?
You look upon the weapon rack and you see that most of these are so ornate they couldn't actually stand up in real battle. It looks like something that you would find more used for ritualistic killing than actually usefulness in combat.
So what you see is Onyx grab the first one, kind of inspect it. What a waste. tuck it over his shoulder, go on to the next one, inspect it, and he's just throwing weapons left and right, looking for something that was decent. Get through the whole thing. Oh, people and their ornamental... What a waste of time and effort. He just follows.
Are you flipping the lever?
I will flip the lever.
You can actually click it.
Oh.
I flip the lever.
Forgot about that functionality. Click. Oh boy.
As you flip the lever, you hear clinking come from behind you. But you also see that the shadows around you coalesce into solidified figures. Roll initiative.
Oh, no.
Alex, you can roll for me again.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Thanks. I got a +2.
We're in cinema mode still.
Cinema mode, I can't do it.
Cinema mode.
Oh, sorry.
What is that?
One of them's right next to me.
Not good. Okay, so...
Oh my god.
This is on me, I believe. No, that was Graves. Okay, so you got you rolled a 16 plus your initiative.
2, so 18.
Nice.
Oh, a lot of d20s.
Oh, dude, those are actually like floating. Dude, that's sick.
9, 10. I got a 10.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Okay. Let me... Okay, adding you all to the turn order. I'm missing one. There we go. Okay, who was highest? Between you guys?
Got a 10. Anybody get better than a 10?
I had 18.
Okay.
Okay, Graves had 18. Anyone above 17? Anyone above 13? Anyone above 5?
Am I the next one
I'm
with
11.
10?
What was that?
Conareth got 11.
Okay.
Herbert, what did you get?
I got a 5.
What's your dex?
0.
Okay.
Or plus 0, I should say.
Graves, it begins with your turn. You see that around you, the shadows have coalesced into a solid form. 4 shadows are surrounding you now.
Do I recognize these things? Do I have any knowledge of what they would be?
Roll me Arcana check.
Okay. Someone throw me a die. I have +3. This is not the most ideal setup. But
Wait, there's 4? I only see 3.
I rolled as Herbert, but that was a 5 on the
so
die.
an 8. I assume that's a no.
You do not know what these are, but you see shadows. You assume magic or undead.
Yeah. I'm just like, Frick, where did you come from? And just Sacred Flame, and he's gonna step 5 feet away as well. Because I see one's right next to me.
You have the one here, and then there's also another one over here. I'm not sure if you can see because of your stream.
I was gonna say this one is not showing up. So
It's hard to see.
So I also said I can't control. I just see whatever's on the stream. So
So are you
there's
attacking?
one right
Are you
next to me.
attacking this one,
Yeah.
No.
or are you using
The
your
one that's-
disengage action?
Because I was attacking the one that was right next to me.
Yeah.
Because I see the.
Yeah. Because it would have been in that square. So it has to roll a will save or a dex save.
Yeah. So yeah,
I forgot. I do not
throw my
have
Sacred
the.
Flame and kind of just step away towards the whatever is away.
It fails.
Nice. That's a D8 of damage. Yeah, and I'll move probably down the hallway backwards, just like 10 or so feet.
Okay, and are you moving out of it? You're moving out of his range then?
Yes, I would be.
Oh, so was
I'm
that
aware
three?
of this fact.
Was that 3?
That was a 3, yeah.
Okay. You see this shadow rears back as it gets hit by this radiant damage. As it rears back, it brings its claws out towards you, and it's going to grab against you. Does a 13 hit your armor class?
No. As I just walk by, I'm just like, just bring up my shield and smash it away. So I'm just like stepping backwards, like, ah.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
You want to get as far as possible? 'Cause you can
Like
get more squares from here.
15 or so feet. I don't want to be like, super far from all of you guys, but like, not in its melee.
You could step behind Konereth.
You were
Oh,
here.
Konereth? Okay.
Yeah, Konereth
Yes,
is.
I will do. I will step
if
behind
you-
Konereth. Because I'm
Just
like,
because Konereth is tanky, and you would know that. Like,
yes,
you wouldn't
Konereth
be
is more of a
upset with
front line. Exactly.
Okay.
I'll be like, excuse my friend?
End of your turn, Graves?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright, this haunted piece moves forward into the light, and it's going to reach behind Herbert, its arms reaching around your neck as it attempts to almost hug you from behind. You feel as if you've been doused in cold water.
Oh dear. I do apologize. I don't actually have a light going. I've just had the torch on because I have dark vision so that I can see. I apologize.
Does the 22 hit your armor class?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not by too much, but
it's close.
yeah.
It does 10 necrotic damage. As it hits you. And as you feel it hug you, you feel as if you've been, you're exhausted. And you lose 3 strength.
Oh, no. Do I have to make a save against that?
You do not if it hits.
I didn't know that ability damage was a thing in 5e. Like, I'm used to it in Pathfinder, and it's freaking deadly.
It's bad.
The
Really
intellect
bad.
devourer.
Yeah.
Herbert, being the one that had just flipped the lever, you feel that as you are being pulled by the other one circles around you, also grasping at you.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Does a 6 hit your armor class?
No.
It is trying to reach around Onyx, and it isn't successful. And you are feeling a bit faint, and it isn't able to quite reach you as well. Konereth, it is your turn. Onyx, you are on deck. All the while, the chant is still going on in the background.
Konereth
As if
didn't
nothing else is happening.
explicitly see what happened, but he saw Graves swing at something and something swing back as Graves tried to retreat. So he's
I was just like, frick! And just like threw flames and ran behind you.
He's gonna move forward. At this point, he can see the haunted armors to either side, and he's gonna pull out his warhammer and give a good old swing.
Okay. I'm assuming... Yep, that one.
There it is.
Roll me an attack.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a solid 9.
Okay, as you swing forward, this thing almost... the dust, it's like trying to hit a cloud, almost. And your hammer itself almost pushes it out of the way. And you're just swinging hit air.
Alright. Gonna end my turn there.
Okay. Onyx, it is your turn. You see these 2 shadows attacking Herbert.
Yeah. So I cannot move my character because it says it's Konereth's turn.
What?
Yeah.
It says it's Onyx.
There.
Oh, there we go.
Did that let go?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to move here.
Okay. You are still within the range.
Yep. I'm surprised I can't see the one that's
Um.
out here. Like, I thought I'd be able to see this one by now.
Let me.
Maybe the vision isn't shared for some reason, because I can see it.
Yeah. Oh, you might be able to. Oh, wait, no, because I'm not sure why you can't see it. To be honest.
Okay.
Can you now?
I can now. Yeah.
Okay.
So everything is within close proximity of me. And I'm hoping these guys are undead, because I'm going to use my channel divinity
Okay.
to turn undead.
Oh,
I like this idea.
that would be clutch if they are in fact undead. Hopefully.
I sure hope.
I mean, I can't imagine anything else.
Yeah.
So they must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
What does your
Okay.
channel divinity look like? Is it like a bunch of electricity and just like washing out?
Yeah, it's more like a thundercloud that spreads out for me and kind of it's almost like this thick fog that
What do
just
they
hits
have
a
to beat?
wall. My spell save DC is a 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay. So I roll. Alright, so the second one saves, which would be this one here.
Okay.
Does succeed. Now, what is it that happens to them?
So as this fog cloud pushes out, it kind of creates this almost like skull-like. Well, for them it's probably angelic, but kind of fear that grips them, and maybe some
What is
like.
the condition?
So they are. It reads that each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make the wisdom saving throw. If they fail, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as it can, and cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also cannot take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, then the creature takes the dodge action. So where I'm standing now, maybe the blue one would run into Kunerith, but I don't think it technically can because it's through an opposing space. So they pretty much get shoved to the corners where they would just kind of take the dodge action and kind of be scared of me for a minute.
Okay.
Unless they can go through walls.
Unless they can go through walls. And then they
But
just
then they're
go
just
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least for a minute.
At least for 10 rounds, yeah.
Okay. So, okay, is that the end of your turn?
I don't believe I have much for bonus actions. But yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That was my turn.
Feel free to hit end turn.
Yeah.
Alright, this shadow retreats deeper into the shadow. It cannot move any further. And you said it uses the dodge action if it cannot move?
Correct.
Okay. It uses the dodge action. Herbert, it is your turn. You are feeling weakened.
I am weakened. My hammer is heavy. My armor is also heavy. So I'm panting a little bit, I think, because actually, is there a strength requirement for chain? Yes, there is. I am now below the strength requirement.
I have no idea how that works.
So that means that I have I have to attack at disadvantage.
Yeah, I would imagine disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Can't fast travel.
Yeah. So I'm not psyched about attacking currently.
Cantrips.
So what I'm gonna do is just pull the dead on one of
Okay.
these things.
Did any
I'll-
succeed?
Yeah, I'm gonna go after this one right here.
The red one.
The red one.
Okay.
Yeah, the red one. Oh yes, they have colors. So
Focus
we have-
fire one at a time.
Yeah. Well, actually, none of them have been damaged yet, right?
Correct.
One has been.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
it
know
was-
if you
Blue.
you were not facing him though, so I don't think you would know because
Yeah,
you
I
had
think he
pulled the
was
lever and
turned,
then it
too.
happened.
Yeah. Well, and if it looks like he's about to bolt, like, because I know what turn undead does, because I did it myself. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll just stick with attacking red.
Okay.
Or
Roll,
it's got to
or
roll.
it's a save, right?
Yeah.
Wisdom or
Con.
Yes, wisdom.
I think. No, yeah, yours was. Why did I think it was con?
Pass.
it passes. I think it rolled a 17.
Yeah. So that's 0 damage. Well, I'm going to move next to Onyx, so he doesn't really get flanked. But
You
Yeah.
actually see me like waving, trying to get you to pass me.
I mean, is it possible? I mean, I don't want to get hit by this guy, but I could try. Yeah, I'll go for it. Why not?
Okay.
Take the attack.
With a shriek as you are running away, it grabs at you. An 8.
Misses. I'm sort of like leaning against the wall here. My armor's just so heavy. I think that's probably almost all my movement too, because I think I'm at half movement too. But
Okay.
I'm not sure about that.
Is that the end of your
Undead
turn,
so
Herbert?
clutch.
That is going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. This shadow runs away. Alright, you both have the chance to do the attack of opportunity. If you would like.
Well, knowing that it's turned, I'm not going to take it.
Panera?
Conera's gonna take a swing at it.
Okay, roll me an attack.
No holds barred. That's a big old 13.
It hits.
Hey.
You bring your hammer down. Is this a two-handed or one-handed hammer?
It's versatile. I'm using it as one-handed right now.
Okay, you bring your hammer down. This time you do pass through the smoke, and it almost feels like you're swinging it through water as you strike through. Flecks of the soot appear to spread away as you're going. Roll me a damage roll.
That's a big 4.
Okay.
Take that.
This thing appears to be holding itself together. You don't feel like your attack did too much but anger it, and it does turn around once it gets over here. And does that end its turn? Or does that end the...
Effect as soon as it takes damage.
Yeah,
Yep.
as soon as it takes
So
damage.
it is
Oh,
going to come back. Conerith, it's going to be looking at you. Its mouth, or what you would think is a mouth, opens up as it reaches out its arms towards you, and it attempts to grab each side of your face as it's leaning in. Does a 13 hit your armor class?
Nope.
Alright. You, disgusted by it, lean back, and it is not able to grab you. Graves, it is your turn.
All right. Graves will come on up to just behind Conera, and I assume he knows what turn undead would be as well. I assume because I have the ability. Like, all right, the two that aren't turned, focus those down before we deal with the others. And he will kind of just lean over Conera's shoulder and just points at the one that just went, because that's, I believe, the one that me and Conair have both damaged already. And I will toll the dead as Pharasma's hourglass appears above his head.
Okay.
So wisdom save.
And it is a wisdom save?
Yep, 13.
It fails.
Haha, D12 because it's been damaged.
All right.
Cat, get out of the way.
4.
Good boy.
Alright. And that does 4 what type of damage?
Necrotic.
Or necrotic, as the hourglass just and the sand continues dripping down.
As you hear the bell toll, the shadows seem to collect around it, and you see that actually gains some of its strength back.
Oh, dear.
All right, don't use necrotic.
That's the 4 damage I just did.
Don't use necrotic on these things.
I don't mean to hurt your feelings there, Conerith, but it was actually net positive for him. You only did 2 damage.
All right, Sacred Flame it is.
Well, we've got 1 damage dealer.
Is that the end of your turn, Graves?
Yeah, that's about all I can do. I mean, I have a couple bonus action spells, but I only have 1 spell left, so yeah, that's it.
Seeing what you have done, Onyx, this one raging and screaming into the darkness. You hear it echoing around the entire dungeon. It almost like seems to swell in size, and it brings both of its arms down onto you. It crits.
TPK incoming.
Oof. Okay, so it gets 2 full die because of that, and then
It will be taking lightning damage for hitting me.
okay, I'll take that
Okay.
bet.
And because, so it's my Wrath of the Storm, so if it hits me, well, not necessarily. He has to do a dex save.
It deals 20 damage,
Yep, I'm gonna be falling down.
and then on top of that,
On top of that,
It's stuck.
you lose 2 strength.
Okay.
Yep.
Onyx, you are down.
Yeah, but it needs to make a dex saving throw to
Oh,
avoid.
a dex save.
Yeah, to avoid the lightning. Oh, it fails! Haha!
It got a 11.
So it's going
Unless
to take
it's gotta
some
keep
lightning
that.
damage,
Okay.
but on top of that, there is. Oh no, that's part of my channel divinity. So it's just going to take 2d8 lightning.
2d8. Okay,
Yep.
roll for me.
Come on.
big numbers, big numbers.
Nope. 4.
Alright, so lightning passes away from you. Onyx, you feel the lightning pass. The rest of you, you see that this lightning seems to pass through the cloud, and it does kind of affect it, but it does not recoil at all. It seems to be more of a nuisance than anything. That was 4 damage?
Yeah, because, my 2d8 rolled a 3 and a 1.
Okay. How does turn undead work if you go down? Is it still...
It doesn't say it's concentration or anything, so.
Okay, that's
Still
fine.
back.
He may
Okay.
be passed out, but they're still terrified.
It's like, oh gosh, he's falling. He's fainting. He's
They're
fainting.
scared. They're scared of his god, not him.
Yeah.
Conerith, it is your turn. You see Onyx go down.
All right. Panera's gonna count on someone else to pick him up. K'Nerith brings both of his hands together and clasps them around his holy symbol, resting on his neck, as you see a light emanating from him as a pale glow as a moon appears over top of him with an eye in it, and an aura emanates out from him, reaching 30 feet in every direction as he casts Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
So
Twilight Sanctuary was the one that we were talking about previously, correct?
Yep, and once we understood how it worked, we figured out it was fine.
Yeah,
As
it
it
wasn't
was.
as OP as we thought it was.
Still strong, but not that bad.
Whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits. 1d6 plus 2 temporary hit points, or end charmed or frightened effect on them.
How big of a sphere?
30-foot radius.
Okay, everyone. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't leave my sphere as it is right now. So that's my full action. And I'm gonna roll for that temporary hit points. I get 8 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Conareth, that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Onyx, it is your turn. I do need you to roll a secret death saving throw. And
Is there a way to do that, or should I just like roll an actual die?
I would just roll an actual die until we figure out something better.
Okay, give me 1 second.
You don't have a die next to you?
I don't. It's in the other room.
How dare you? You call yourself a D&D player.
You just take a loss.
I literally, have a set of dice in my satchel that I carry around with me everywhere, like my wallet.
We have 4 sets of dice that are drying with the paint because we now are making our own dice.
That's pretty
Nice.
sweet.
All right.
Cole's got the good old bag of devouring there.
I
Shoot
will.
me a message.
Yep, I will message you.
Also, for the people watching, we do have a homebrew rule that I do not have the rolls be public for death saving throws in order to increase the suspense for the rest of the players. However, because this entire party are clerics, they are able to use a bonus action in order to check on the condition of their nearby compatriots with a medicine check. There we go.
Hang on.
Are you messing it to me via Discord or Facebook?
Yeah,
or-
Discord.
Okay.
Unless it was a nat 20, it's probably not going to be relevant.
Right,
Or
you
natural
guys can
one.
go. Oh, I have to hit the button. My bad.
This one is still feared.
I'm
It
assuming
is
since
just
he's
going to use the dodge action.
incapacitated, the temporary hit points wouldn't really do anything in this
It's
instance.
not going to heal him, but it would protect him from taking damage.
Yeah.
That's the maximum
Yeah,
threshold.
I would probably rule that if, like, the temporary hit points, it might protect him from taking damage if the damage does less than...
My max.
I suppose,
I mean,
yeah, because they
wouldn't
can
hurt.
still attack him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now,
I
I
mean,
think
if
it
he
does
gets
auto
healed-
crit if he's laying, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's
So-
healed, he then still would have those temp HP on top of whatever HP he regains. So it's not
it.
like
Yeah.
there's any penalty to him getting them.
Well, anyways, this guy runs he's ran as far as he can. He uses the dodge action. Herbert, it is your turn. You see
So wait, just
Onyx
for
on the
clar-
ground next to you.
For clarification, should we get him to roll that temp HP then?
Yes.
You can, and we'll rule it if it comes up.
Who's rolling? Is it Conareth or
Conera, yeah, we'll have Conera since you did the spell and all.
You get 4 extra hit points.
Man, all the fours.
Herbert, it is your turn.
Okay. This is not looking good. So I think I will use an object interaction to turn
Okay.
to Konereth and toss him. Try to like give him a heads up as I toss him my magic hammer, and I'll say, "This will probably be much more effective." And so you have a +1 mace right now. So I will. I think.
Do
I
you
don't know if
choose to catch?
moving.
Do you have a shield, Konerth?
I do.
Like, do you choose to drop your hammer to catch his, or do you just try and catch in your arms?
Konereth trusts Herbert, and he doesn't have any specific ties to his weapon, like
Okay.
maybe the others do. So he'd drop his weapon to catch it.
I won't force you to make a roll on that. I would assume that with how close you guys are together, that's a fairly easy toss and catch.
Yeah, we got adrenaline pumping. Things are moving in slow motion. So
In the flow.
Yeah, we're in the
Flow state.
So that's is that an object interaction or a bonus action? Or...
Yeah, that's an object interaction.
Okay. Action. Probably. Well, no, I don't know. I mean, Graves is gonna go next, so. I will. I guess. Swing at this guy right here with my big sledgehammer.
Roll me an attack.
Alright, so this is a disadvantage. So probably not going to hit with that. So total of 12?
Okay. Oh, you got a total of 12?
Yeah.
If it meets, it beats.
Okay.
Ooh.
So this one is a D8. Wait, hang on. Double checking. It's Great Club, so it's a D8. And this is plus 0 now. So 5 damage.
Okay.
Damage.
Damage is damage. Bonus action, I kind of want to save my bonus action for more dire straits, to be honest. So
Is that the end of your turn?
that will be the end of my turn.
You can use the bonus action as a medicine check as well.
Okay, I guess, yeah, I might as well. Roll medicine check.
Alright, it was a DC of 10 with how close you are. You can tell that he is not winning the battle.
It's not looking good for Onyx. I might be able to turn them in a moment as well, if we need to, but that's it for now. Do I get temporary hit points at the end of my turn, or was it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I just roll so it's easier? Or...
Yeah.
There you go,
So,
5.
5 temp hit points.
Nice.
Oof, that's gonna help. All right, that is gonna end my turn.
Alright. This shadow turns towards you as you had just swiped at it, feeling like it passed through water. It, similar to the other one, rises up in anger, shrieking, hearing the echoing around the walls, filling in any of the silence between the chanting of the "He is the ancient, he is the land." Does a 13 hit your armor class?
Does not.
Alright. While you are exhausted, you are able to dodge his sluggish attacks. That is the end of its turn. Graves.
We're just like, I'm coming! I'm coming! And I was like, oh, excuse me, Conarth, and I'll just like roll, like kind of like duck underneath Conarth's arms, and I'll move like straight and then kind of like diagonal to be beside Herbert.
Staying within the range of the.
I'll stay within the range of the thing, because either I stay in range and don't attack him opportunity this time, or he can attack me when I leave. So I'll stay in its range. Now, so I'll be to like the side of Herbert, closer to the one that is not turned. And as I get there, I will reach down, and you just see I kind of like touch my holy symbol, and then just this pale energy appears on my hand, and I just touch it to Onyx, and you just see almost as if there's like this river that begins flowing towards him, as in like the river of souls is bringing him back, flowing in reverse. And I cast Cure Light Wounds, and because he's at 0, that heals maximum amount because of my class, giving him 11 hit points back.
And you have the 2 temporary hit points.
4, right?
And I
4.
am now
Or 4, yes. 4 temporary
all out of spells for the day.
hit points. Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Graves?
Yeah, I'll kind of just look back to the thing like, and just hold my shield up.
Okay. Onyx, you suddenly, your eyes open, turn on. I don't know how Warforged works.
Begin to glow again.
Shudders, siren.
And you see above you is this very angry shadow as it reaches onto the ground, and it's almost like reaching into your chest.
Oh god.
If you're prone, is it?
It's a
Advantage.
Advantage.
Yes, attacks are advantage.
What?
Onyx is meant to die.
I'm seeing this like a minute behind you guys, so I'm gonna guess that's another crit.
Yeah.
How does that work? Because it's an auto crit, isn't it?
No.
No, that's when he's helpless.
Oh, yeah, if he's... Okay.
If he's prone, it's
So-
just advantage.
Okay.
Don't forget to roll your second die.
So he does 4. That does 18 damage.
Well, I'm back out. My eyes just... Oh no.
I can't heal him again.
And
Yep, and...
you take 4 strength loss.
Alright.
What is your strength at?
Now? A 6.
Okay. And with that, we are going to take a 10-minute bio break.
Alright.
All right.
Will the
TP.
clerics make it out in time?
No.
Probably not.
Alright, catch you guys in 10.
welcome back as our clerics are battling for their lives. We just left as Onyx woke up only to be immediately struck back down to his sleep. We have next this armor, who, despite Onyx having died twice, pretty much, is still afraid of him and is now using the dodge action over here. And Conerith, it is your turn. What do you do?
What I should have been doing is spending this 10 minutes thinking of a good thing to do. That one's still afraid, that one's still afraid, that one's attacking, this one's attacking. Really much more I can do. So, I'm gonna attack the blue one.
Moving away.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll. How many times did... Okay.
They were not loading up for me.
Okay. You are able to strike it. Roll me damage.
So you said it's 1d6?
Yes. +1, plus whatever your strength modifier is.
Ooh. So the +3.
Okay, so it is a 8?
Yep.
Alright, so
Eight.
Pretty good.
Magic.
you take this hammer that Herbert has tossed to you. And this shadow doesn't really move as you've it's been hit a few times and hasn't really reacted. You bring this hammer down and it's almost like you're hitting the top of the water rather than striking through it now, as you feel that it does a resounding strike on it and the entire thing shimmers. And it is almost fully transparent now.
Right on.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. And just as a point of clarification, because I rolled max temp hit points and I haven't taken damage, the way this is worded, it says, whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits. So I'm assuming we wouldn't add temp HP, we would re-roll.
Correct, and you have the option to choose not to.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say, I rolled max and I haven't been hit, so
yeah,
there's no chance that I'm going to get more temp hit points.
Yeah.
Unless you lose the temporary hit points for some reason, there's no reason to do it because they don't stack, so there's no way you could get more.
Well,
yeah,
they would replace. So, like in your instance, where you only rolled a 2,
yeah,
you
but
could
they don't.
potentially roll more.
Like rules is written, temporary hit points don't replace. You just keep whatever's the biggest.
Oh, well, either way, he's at max and hasn't taken a hit, so.
Exactly.
Let's see. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright, Onyx, I need you to roll me another death saving throw.
Okay.
This is your new first one, though.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. And is that the end of your turn, Onyx?
Yeah, it is. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. This armor, continuing to run into the wall, uses dodge action, as it cannot get away. Herbert.
Okay. So I am going to look down at Onyx and say, "This is no place to die," and I'll try to drag him over into the square beside me, towards the one that's still fleeing. Is that possible?
It is.
I have 11 strength.
Wait, can you repeat it? I might have misheard you.
So I want to move Onyx here.
Oh, you want to drag him here? I thought you were asking if
Yeah.
you could move there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard. Because of your
strong.
armor, you would likely be at disadvantage, especially because he can't help you at all.
Yeah.
It's not like he's prone; he's actually down.
Dead weight.
And on top of that, I'm guessing Onyx weighs a decent amount since he's mostly metal.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually could move him.
Like
right
even in
now,
the best of circumstances, it would be hard.
'cause I think my push unencumbered doesn't say what my max is, but yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to. Let's see. So that guy didn't move because he attacked the guy. So I guess I will just step up and well, actually no, I'm not gonna do that because that guy's gonna get an attack of opportunity against me. So, well, I don't have anything that's not gonna heal them, so I'll just swing away at this blue guy.
Okay. Rolling attack.
All right. That's gonna be 11.
And are you still at disadvantage?
Oh yes, yeah. So probably, yeah. 11.
Okay. So you swing through. You kind of are stuck in indecision. You swing. Finally, decide to hit him. You swing forward, and with how small he is, you do miss. Your hammer resounding across the ground. Is that the end of your turn?
Blast it all. Yeah, I guess. Well, actually, yeah, no, I think that's gonna be the end of my turn. Yeah. Yep.
The unfortunate thing is I picked Word of Radiance as my other cantrip, so I feel like radiant damage would still work against them, but the hammer's kind of useless to you right now. So
Yeah, I can't really attack with it, so I'll probably miss.
Okay.
That's more of an AOE anyway.
and Graves has negative strength. And the only other person that could swing a weapon is down for the second time.
Yes.
No,
I can sling a dagger.
because
but-
I've been taking damage.
Right, you have only 6. Graves is stronger than you right now.
My Warhammer is 1d8 minus 2 now.
Yeah, you're our best bet right now. And the fact that you can add damage to it makes it better damage overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just need to get up and then I'll cast the spell, but I gotta get up.
Again,
I have no more healing. I have no spells left
I know.
at all.
I also have no spells left.
Okay. So it is this one's turn. This one being attacked grievously by Konerith is going to turn to him. It is going to take a swipe at you.
Ooh, we like those.
Does a 7 hit your armor class?
No.
Okay.
He used up his twice.
Okay. That is the end of its turn. Graves, it is your turn.
Graves is going to look down at Onyx and just snap his fingers and cast Spare the Dying as a bonus action.
Oh, nice.
And then I will just look over to this mostly translucent and be like, time for you to leave. That's completely the wrong voice. That's my Pathfinder Dwarf's voice. But whatever. I'm going to fling a Sacred Flame at it. The one that's been attacking the blue one.
Time for you to go back to the boneyard.
Yes, pretty much. Yes, more
Okay.
like this. Back to the
is it
boneyard
a-
for you. It's a DC 13 Dex save.
It fails.
Haha, D8 radiant damage.
Alright.
T8. Oh, that's right, me. Sorry.
Hey, Graves, how do you want to do this?
Yeah. We're just like, back to the bow dot with you, and he just like reaches to his candle and just fully like grabs the flame on it, pulls it out, and then just slams it against this thing. And just which it's engulfed with the blue and yellow flames that just like scorch all over it. And it dissipates, I assume, or whatever it does when it dies.
Okay. And it is
One down.
dead. One down, 3 to go.
3 to go.
Getting there.
And
Don't forget Graves' 10 hit points.
yeah,
yes.
Graves 10 hit points. I'm gonna roll that for me.
You got 6.
6 hit points. Nice.
So
And yeah, that's
the
it.
end of your turn, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. This one is now at this point almost seems to be in a frenzy as it's grasping desperately at Onyx, and you can tell it's almost trying to get to something inside the chest of Onyx as it's going, and it's actually tearing at the armor itself on there.
So it attacks
Paradigm.
Onyx.
Hold on.
Okay.
It's just a
Rolled a 47.
a 12 to hit. Oh wait, and then it's at advantage as well, correct? Or is he's stabilized but
be-
not awake, correct?
Yeah,
Correct.
he's incapacitated, so it's at advantage.
What
Wow.
was the 47 for?
I accidentally clicked the
the
percentage die as
Okay.
well. You were like, no.
Like,
Does a 47 hit your armor class?
Stop, he's
Um,
already dead!
So this is a 12.
12 misses my armor class.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking 2 failed death saves.
Okay. At this point, it lasts for 1 minute, correct?
Yeah, 10 rounds.
10
Which is 10 rounds of combat, and I believe that
Yeah.
we are in the 5th.
I have
I
no
believe
idea.
so, yeah.
Something like that,
Somewhere around
probably.
that, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds fair.
Well,
Yeah.
it and does dodge action. So, and Conerith, it is your turn again.
They're just gonna march right on through, push Herbert out of the way, stand like wide-legged over top of Onyx, and just bonk hammer. He's done.
Okay,
No.
roll me an attack roll. What?
That's 9.
Trying to get your footing around Onyx, you kind of are having difficulty, and you swing, but you are a bit wide, and you do miss.
It just pulls up his shield and gets ready for what's coming to him.
Onyx, that is your turn, but you are stabilized, so you do not need to do a death save, correct?
Correct. I'm technically at 0 health, but I don't need death saves. I'm just kind of there.
Okay. Okay, it is confused, and it does a dodge action. Herbert, it is your turn. Graves, you are on deck.
So I think things are looking okay-ish here. I want to bring Onyx back, so I think I'm going to use my bonus action to use Healing Word.
Okay.
So that's going to be a D4 plus 2. Why?
Oh, do
does
I
it
get
do
the
this?
temp hit points for both my turns?
You would get the higher of the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you would roll again.
Here's 1. And here's 2. So 4.
So I think 6.
Yep, 6 total.
Oh, 6.
Yeah,
hit.
6. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So you are healed for 5 HPs.
Woohoo!
So you have 11.
Yeah.
Crit.
My eyes.
That's where you're at last time when you got crit.
And
Your
now I'm
eyes
just
open,
looking
and the
up at...
first thing your eyes open, and the first thing you see is Conereth standing over you, wide-legged.
Yeah. He's gonna
Can
poop on me. That's great.
As
His cloak like draped over your face.
He has taken the stance.
okay, so now that he's awake, may I assist him in getting up with my action?
You used a bonus action for the healing word, right?
Yes.
I'd allow that.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull him up and try to drag him over to the square where it's safe.
Come here. This is no place to die.
I think it's fair to say this is kind of an unusual situation, but because I'm standing over top of him and he's pulling him out from underneath me, I think he should be able to avoid attack of opportunity, because like it'd be really hard to hit him through me standing over
he'd
top.
probably
of
at least have cover. Would be
It's
my
it's
argument.
I will do
movement
it this
anyway,
way.
So
He will avoid an attack of opportunity, but it will attack you since you're trying to block him, but at disadvantage.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
move my token.
Oh, because it's not your
Oh.
turn.
yeah, you just want to scooch him over there.
Yeah, roll me a strength check, Herbert.
Oh boy. 18.
Hey.
Yeah.
So your adrenaline is
Sure.
kicking in that while you feel extremely exhausted, you are able to pull Onyx. Nope, not you. I need to move you temporarily.
Yeah.
Onyx, you are going to still be prone. He kind of just yanks you over there.
Okay.
So you are still prone. The red one, though, as it swings, Conereth, you jump in front of it in order to protect Onyx. It attacks at disadvantage for a 9 to hit.
Nope.
You bring your shield down and you are able to completely block it. You are now a stone wall against this menace. Herbert, is that the end of your
All right.
turn?
Yes, that is the end of my turn. I will
You can
stay
roll
here.
for new 10 hit points if you like.
Oh yes. See if I can get some higher. All right, I still have 5.
Graves, it is your turn.
Graves once again will just kind of hold up his legs, just peeks around the corner to like, Conereth, strike true, send him to the boneyard. As he's gonna channel divinity to use Path to the Grave on this creature. So the next attack that hits it, before the end of my next turn, it has vulnerability to the damage.
Okay, to what damage?
All the
Yeah.
damage.
All damage.
All the
All
damage it takes
damages.
from on the next attack delays it only once.
Okay.
I wish I wouldn't have dropped my hammer. Not that it's much more damage.
Okay.
Actually, I think because of the +1, it's only 1 more damage that I would have.
It's twice as much damage because it's bypassing magical resistance.
Mm.
Okay. So, is that the end of your turn, Graves?
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to do.
Okay. Shadow, seeing you there in front of him, he is going to shriek at you, and you're going to see that a cloud of vapor pours from the front of its mouth and passes over you.
You've been holding out on us.
Oh, come on. I don't mean to roll 2 of these, so I'm going to re-roll after it goes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, get those out of the way. Get
Yeah,
yes, we like that.
yes, we do like that. I'm seeing everything in delay.
Man.
Does a 14 hit your armor class?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Man,
yeah,
you guys
he
are
got all-
lucky.
He got the nat 20s out of the way.
Alright, this one runs
Fuck that
around in a
red one.
circle. Dodge action. No, screw the frickin' turn undead, man.
I
So
mean, that's the
Nerith,
only
it
thing
is
that's
your
safe.
turn.
It's the
Yeah,
only
we
thing
would
that's
be
safe.
TPK'd without it, for sure.
All right, time for Conereth stat 20 to get a crit and vulnerability damage. Right.
Here we go.
Well, I believe in you.
I believe in the heart of the cards.
All right, so I got a 15 because it was with advantage, right?
No.
No, it wasn't. Oh,
I'll allow it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was the first.
It was the first one, so
This is our
There we go.
how merciful of a DM I am.
We will never say anything about you not being merciful.
Yeah.
What's the
plus 3.
so
16
so 16
total?
16 total.
And it's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's
So,
with the
the
vulnerability.
eight normal damage, and then with vulnerable.
Oh,
it's 16.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Hey, Coderth,
Yes.
how you want to do this?
I
Yeah.
want to take the hammer and I'm gonna underarm it and catch it right on the bottom of the chin.
Okay.
After the grave. Both times it went to Conereth.
You hit this in the chin, or where you would expect that their chin is. You feel like you are hitting top of a water barrel. As you hit it, it flies back and does a kind of a backflip in the air. And as it's spinning, the shadow smoke dissipates as it continues spinning. And then it disappears. It is dead.
Screw
that
the
the
other
end
two.
of your turn?
We can do coordinated attacks now.
Conereth
So we can all just hold our actions, but all attack at once.
Is that the end of your turn, Conerth?
Yeah.
Onyx, you are prone, but awake.
Onyx will struggle to stand up and kind of like he doesn't breathe, but it looks like he's like trying to catch his breath. And he is going to just look at the green one, flick it off, and struggle. Oh, it's not showing it's my turn. I can't move.
Let's see.
There, now it says my turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. He's just, I used my action. I'm done.
Point of clarification: we didn't hear anything shift though when we flipped the lever.
You did.
Would he have seen that when he ran?
You guys started here, correct?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started there.
You guys would have seen an area over here open.
Okay, so and Onyx would have seen that running by if he cared.
Correct.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So instead, I'm gonna go, 1, 2, 3, 4, and kind of wait for them.
Let me make this a bit easier so I can just hide it.
Oh,
And you're flying.
don't move. You're Wile E. Coyote right now.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I would just sit here and wait for the others.
I will probably just have to teleport you in because the hide volumes are being a bit weird.
Yep, not a problem.
Alright, so this opens up into this large room ahead of you. You can see that was a secret passage in here that appears that the lever had opened.
I would probably lean against the wall because my strength is failing me, and I've not been this worn from battle in a very, very long time.
Alright. This guy pirouettes and does a dodge action.
Actually, because I'm on this side, it can move to
Um,
You run
here.
right past it.
It can't.
It has to move as far away as it can.
Yeah, but
so-
it can't pass through enemies.
Yeah, but it
Right.
would like approach right to us pretty much.
Yeah. So
And-
right about there.
and it can still
And then
attack
it'll use the
other
dodge
enemies.
Thought it could
Oh, it
only use
can?
its action for dash or disengage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
right,
I
that's
was
right,
like,
that's right.
no, turn undead is really strong against
Yeah.
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 undead.
And it can't take reactions too.
Right. So you guys moving out of its way won't... No opportunity attacks.
And it uses the dodge action.
Okay. Well, this guy looks squirrely, and I'm pretty weak, so I say we recuperate and try to funnel them. Maybe let's lead them away, if possible, or if they even follow us. Let's see.
He says as he's walking away.
Yeah, and they can.
Oh, go for it.
They cannot take reactions, so
That's
either.
correct.
So.
Yeah.
As I see Herbert come around the corner, I'm just like, Pat, opening, yeah, and I'm just like tapping the wall, like leaning up against it, just,
My cheeks are red and I'm wheezing. Just like, how to get there? And I'll dash action as well to get up and peer through and
Like
try
you
to.
guys ran a whole bunch of suicides at the gym.
I'll try to look for traps if possible, but I've already used my action to dash, so I don't know if that's possible.
Roll me a investigation check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
You do not see any traps.
All right, all clear. Just go. I don't think I have enough movement to get all the way through, so I'm just gonna. I don't want to block up the entryway necessarily, so I'm just gonna wait.
Alright, end of your turn?
Yep.
Graves, it is your turn.
Alright, Graves is like, I refuse to leave these undead here. They must be destroyed. Besides, the others have been damaged. They are tired. They probably need a break. And we can't rest easily with them here. And he'll just look to Conair to see what Conair thinks. But yeah, Graves, like his entire vow, like he can't leave them. Like he has to destroy them. He has to attempt.
I don't really see it as leaving them. I see it as.
I mean, he's fine with like coming, like withdraw and like reposition, but not to like just like let them go.
Herbert's like, too bad I have control of your character. Freaking retreat.
Well, it's whatever, you
he'll look like
Conair
to see like what Conair wants to do strategy-wise, but he's not gonna just like let them not be destroyed.
Okay. So what do you do?
For any...
Yeah, it depends on if Conair suggests anything or at all.
Oh, okay.
We have them turned right now. We can deal with them one at a time.
Yeah, Conair just kind of takes a strong stance. Because yeah, we could back up, but they're not going to come to us. They're going to keep running away from us. So he's looking at this green one up and down. Like, you and I have taken out a couple of these. I think we can finish these off.
All right. He'll take. Graves will take one step back first, just in case, but then he'll Sacred Flame it.
Okay.
Because that's all I can do. I have a dagger, but
it rolls a wisdom or a dexterity saving throw.
Yep, DC 13.
It rolls a 14.
Do you want to move
that
him back a step?
Yeah, that does not break the turn though, because it's when they take damage.
Correct.
There we go. Moved you back. Alright, is that the end of your turn, Graves?
Yeah, that's it.
This one is moves over more to get away from him and uses the dodge action. Conair, that is your turn.
He's going to come over here to reposition himself in front of Graves. And gonna do a bonk.
Bonk
on
that boy.
Green boy.
Bonk, bonk.
Hey.
It hits. There we go. Roll damage. And this is with Herbert Tamer?
Yeah. 4 damage.
Minimum damage.
Okay, 4 damage.
Is that
Okay. End of your turn?
Yes.
Onyx, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'm wondering why my party has not joined.
I...
5, 10,
Fool of a toque.
15, and I peek around the corner and see
Hey.
that they are staring one down,
And it's staring back at them.
and it's no longer, like, has that
Afraid.
fear look.
You can stay in the back lines and just Sacred Flame. Safe.
I would probably Sacred Flame, yeah.
Okay.
If it doesn't look like it's scared anymore.
It
yeah.
does not.
So I think Conerif and Graves are both at full health at this point too.
It fails.
Nice. I also think when I looked at everyone's character sheets, I think despite the fact that I'm like the backline cleric, I have the most health because I think I rolled highest on my level 2 hit points.
So
I just took the average,
5
so
sacred or 5 radiant damage.
Okay. You strike this. This thing is kind of shrieking in pain, but it is still holding its form. Is that the end of your turn, Onyx?
I will use my bonus action to look back at Herbert,
Shebert.
and I'm just kind of leaning against the wall here now. They, one of them is fighting them. They may need help.
We're fine.
Yep. That I guess that tracks. Yep.
And that's it. So. Nope. Oh, hey, yeah, doggy. Go hide.
He
in the
has been
corner.
hanging back. He is not brave.
Yep. That is good.
Yes, good doggo.
Okay, Conerith,
Stay
you're
away.
sitting there. This thing swings forward. And that's an 11. Or a 10 to hit your armor class.
It's gonna bounce off my shield.
Okay.
Conerif's the beast.
I'm
Herbert.
glad I took those nat 20s for you guys.
Thanks.
So, minor
They're
correction.
thinking he's tough shit. You didn't take 2 20s.
I did look it up, and not meeting my strength requirement doesn't actually put my attacks at disadvantage. It reduces my speed by 10 feet.
Oh.
So I would have just barely been able to get there, because I still had, I believe, at least 20 feet left.
Okay.
I'll grant that you can get there because we forced you to be at disadvantage earlier.
Yeah.
So, with my 20 feet, I can just sort of pull myself up here, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't see it from here, unfortunately, I don't think. So I can't really be of much help. Unfortunate.
Dash
Nice.
action to the other
I
side.
will use my dash action to get a little further forward here. But that's as far as I can get. So that is going to be it for me.
Okay. Graves, it is your turn.
Sacred Flame. And that's it.
Okay.
I'm not moving or anything. Just Sacred Flame.
Okay. By the way, we are on round 9.
Okay.
I thought we were getting there.
That's why I'm warning everyone.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, the action economy is definitely in your guys' favor.
Yeah.
So,
Currently, yes, yeah.
Well, that's a fail.
Aha. D8 radiant damage.
okay.
Okay, D8.
I think my notes for tonight is just don't get
8.
hit by a crit.
You hit your hit it with the sacred flame. Again, you see that the cloudish material that is made from switches from the black into a white brilliant light before it puffs into a wisp of smoke, and it is dead.
2 kill count for Graves.
Nice.
End of your turn, Graves.
Yep. So there's only
Okay.
one left now, so if the turn runs
This
out now
one
anyway.
attempts to flee. It is unable to, and that is the last time it is fleeing. Konerith, it is your turn.
There's coming right on up there.
It is using its dodge action.
I mean, at this point, it's
So
still
you
confirmed
are
to
at
attack it.
disadvantage.
Get him! Get him!
Disadvantage. Still gives me.
14.
I don't know why I rolled both of them at the same time.
So a
What is
9
my attack bonus? I haven't even had to consider it lately. Plus 5, so 14. Yeah.
Yep, that hit.
Nice.
Going in for a bonk. 6 damage.
Nice.
Okay, you are starting to get used to hitting these guys. You bring it through, and this time you are expecting the resistance, and it is dissipating as you go. Onyx, it is your turn.
I look around the corner. You got this, guys. I believe. And I'm just leaning against the wall. That's it.
Okay, Herbert, it's your turn.
Doesn't even have enough strength for his cantrip. That's fair.
I'm gonna take a break.
Bardic
All right.
inspiration.
Well, I don't think I can't see him. And I'm not getting up there again.
I will creep forward, lean against the wall, and steady myself with my heavy crossbow and try to fire the heavy crossbow at this shadow thing.
Roll me a range attack.
All right. 15.
That hits.
All right.
10 damage? 10 damage?
D10.
Hey.
Yeah. 10 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah!
It is a mundane weapon, though, so.
That still should be
Yeah.
decent. If it's resistance, that's still 5.
You fire the crossbow, and it pulls. As it passes through it, you see the feathers almost grab some of the shadows, and it pins it against into the wall. And is that the end of your turn?
That is gonna be it for me.
Graves, it is your turn.
Oh,
Alright,
sorry.
I will move up right behind Conerith and Sacred Flame.
Okay. It got a 12.
That is a fail by 1.
Ah, roll me damage.
Somebody roll me a d8.
All right. 3.
3. And it's damage.
It shrieks as it again changes to smoke. However, as it's shrieking, the loud scream appears to be carrying throughout the entire dungeon area around
Break.
you.
I don't like that.
You feel that the walls are shaking. Looking back, you see that in this area over here, that the ceiling is beginning to collapse.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Did I kill it, though?
Yes, it is dead,
Yeah,
but
3.
its shriek is continuing to pass through. You guys are seeing that this area back here, the roof is caving in. I need Conerith to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Conerith! No!
I have so much dexterity, though.
Mhm.
Just tell
Okay.
What's
So
total?
Oh, it looks like you froze.
Uh-oh.
It does. Looks like he rolled a 14 though, plus whatever bonus he got.
That is high enough, but I think his thing died. Well, we'll be able to roleplay him, and it'll be pretty easy to catch him up.
Gonna have
So-
to put off the
Yeah.
So, a rock falls from the ceiling, nearly crushing Conereth. He is able to jump out of the way nimbly, but you see that this area is now beginning to collapse as well.
Everybody run!
Ah!
How about
Alright, Conereth, I'm assuming, is going to run.
dash action, everyone?
Okay. Onyx, it's your turn. You see that the roof is collapsing over there, and as you are sitting there, you see a rock fall right here.
You're just gonna.
Is that the end of your turn?
I don't know how far. I think I got there.
Yeah. Herbert, it is your turn. I'm assuming running.
Yeah, I'm running. I'm slow though. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's as far as I can get.
Okay. Graves, I'm assuming running.
Yeah, and I'm at full 30 speed, so I will dash to catch up. And just like oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Conereth's turn. 1, 2, 3.
I'll probably dash.
5, 6. 1, 2. There we go. You guys, as you get in there, you do see that this room is stationary compared to the rest of them. Lancelot is close behind you guys.
Yep.
So we don't have to enter the actual chamber itself, or do we?
The rocks are falling over here, and these entire rooms, you feel the walls shaking.
I can't see what you're saying with here because I don't have the tail spire open.
Sorry. So this central room, it is stationary. However, these side rooms are what are shaking.
Okay, so we have to go all the way into the area,
Correct.
basically. Okay, so Rip probably no short rest, no resources.
Yep.
Yep, we survived that, but
Yeah, I think we'll.
we are
Just all
going
move
to
in.
pull Graves in, and then we will end
Sit
the
there.
exploration mode.
Herbert, you should be over here.
Yeah.
There. Because that's a great pick to end.
Oh yes.
As the final rocks tumble behind you, blocking off the passage, silence aside from the eerie chanting is ahead of you, and you see the altar in front of you. We will continue for a few more minutes as you guys enter this room.
Okay. I'll turn to everybody and say, "Well, that sucked.
yes.
We should probably secure this room at the very least. I guess we can't just plop ourselves down here."
As much as I would like, I agree.
I'll continue here. Oh, boy. Oh boy, is anyone else sweating? Like, it's really hot in here, I think.
Not sweating, but I am.
Ah, yes, I suppose you wouldn't. Is lubricants and all.
I mean, I feel very magically drained, but physically I feel fine.
I don't know where I am. Oh, I am gone.
I don't think those things got their claws in you, so.
No.
I don't
alright.
see your token either. I will add it in.
I'm way out in the water somehow.
You've gone to the abyss.
My dear, I set your token down and it literally disappeared.
Okay.
There.
Well, if Perhaps the
There
healthy
we go.
one should look around a little bit. I'll do the supervising.
All right, Connor, let's have a
Oh,
quick look.
Yeah.
my token is special.
What is going on there?
Whoa, what the?
He's coming
Yeah.
alive, guys.
He's like, is he bigger? Too?
Oh, he's just. I think he's just off center.
He's
Yeah, I'm
shorter,
just off center.
Yeah. I assume then Grays will grab Conereth and they'll give a check. I think primarily check all the corners and everything, make sure, see if there's anything else living or undead in here. Any threats.
Graves, as you are wandering around, Lancelot's kind of following you around, as he likes your lantern.
Maybe Lancelot's the final boss.
Is that water under here, or is it? Yeah, that
Where?
looks like water in the
Is it
center.
Under here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is water that is kind of in between the cobblestones.
Okay.
On here. Onyx, as you are walking here, you do see this altar, and you do see that there is a small bundle on there.
Walter,
Oh dear.
Similar to what
Yeah,
was found in the crib upstairs.
I feel like Conereth would be the one to approach here, most likely.
Yeah,
yeah.
I honestly am looking for danger, not
Yeah.
work. That's
I
left for
do
those.
see that Clonerith is in the call, but he is muted. Is he completely gone?
Yeah, I don't think he actually fully dropped from the call. Like, I don't think it showed him leaving, but he's not been here.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just think I probably got some connection problems.
Wait.
I'm back.
Oh, hey,
Oh, cool.
Hello.
we found a
Oh.
bundle, like in the crib, in the center of the altar.
Oh, that's exciting.
We assumed that Clonerith would be the one to approach first, based on
Yeah, that-
how he had been reacting.
That probably makes sense.
Boy.
I can't. My computer shut down because I blew a fuse in the house. So
Oh, okay. We
Oh.
were wondering what happened.
Not
That's
just
okay.
the computer.
no.
So, Conereth, you approach the altar here. You see the bundle. Cages are hanging from the ceiling. Of the room. Bones are within them. Some are just piles of skulls. Other ones are full skeletons that that sinew and muscle has long since rotten away. Aside from the blood stains and a few other implements on the table, you see nothing else.
The remains there of that of like an infant.
No, the like the implements are like the different tools and stuff, the candles. There's some books that look like they were used like ritualistic purposes, and then a bundle.
A bundle.
Oh, okay. A bundle.
Yes.
Has the chanting stopped?
Chanting is continuing.
Of course it is. Well, Conereth's gonna unwrap the bundle.
As you walk forward and unwrap the bundle, the chanting rises as 13 dark apparitions appear around the ledges overlooking the room, each one resembling a black-robed figure holding a torch. But the torch's fire is black and seems to draw light into it rather than emitting it. Where you expect to see faces are voids, and as you open up the bundle, you see not an infant within, but a black obsidian knife. The chanting stops for the first time in what seems to be forever. But quickly, it comes back, chanting a new phrase. One must die. And they say nothing else.
Panera just turns
And
around
that is
and
where
looks
we will
together.
end tonight's session.
They're all like, "We want PvP."
Blood, 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 blood.
Fight, just like a bunch of schoolyard kids. Fight, fight, fight.
Okay.
Are you not entertained?
Thank you
Mm.
so much for joining. We went a little bit later, but I wanted to be able to end on that note so that we are able to start right at the beginning of the ritualistic chamber. We will be having kind of a after chat in our Discord. Again, if you are interested in knowing more about the clerics, we do have a meet the cleric section on our Discord as well.
Mm-hmm.
But as always, thank you so much for watching, and for the love of crits, like and subscribe.